Just like with Epstein, I am going to be a human experiment here because I don't buy it. It's time for me to go outside and live on concrete, neon neck / shoulder for 9 minutes. Okay,
Apparently.
so for people who what we're going to do here, and again, like Gerald just set up, hopefully Lando gets back from his pee, or otherwise he just doesn't want to be involved with this segment.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm out.
Look, this is right here because we did this last week where I showed you, as someone who, and a lot of people out there, you can comment if you've been involved with any grappling sports. These aren't uncommon positions, right? Pinning positions.
Yeah.
We did it in the studio, and people say, well, that was on carpet and you didn't do it for that long. I don't want to do this, but again, the point is the drugs, the agitation, the actively resisting arrest, the 3.5 times the lethal dose of fentanyl matters. I don't expect this to be pleasant, but I think that people need to see what it's like with the closest to controlled conditions that we can recreate as far as body mass, weight, situation, to see what it actually might be like if someone is not in an agitated, significantly overdosed state. That's the reason for this, and no camera tricks, no cuts. I believe you'll have me on the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm going to lay down here. We'll have people restrained. So Tokunawan is...
Oh, you got to step back towards the building there. You're going out of range. There you go. Step back towards...
Oh, is it the microphone that's out of range?
Right
okay, there you go. 193 pounds, and Tokunawan, you can see right here, is 195 pounds.
There you go.
2 pounds over, not much.
2 pounds over, okay. And then I don't want to weigh myself right now because after my leg injury, but let's go with 230.
There you go.
Hey.
So the microphone needs to stay
I don't think
about
you need to
where
weigh
you
yourself.
are.
It doesn't matter all that much.
Yeah.
Even Brendan is weighing himself. It doesn't matter. What were you saying there, Gerald?
I was saying the microphone needs to stay roughly where you are right there. We get a little...
needs to stay roughly where I am.
Yeah.
Okay, Brendan, can you remove the scale here? All right, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me while I'm on the ground here. Finnegan, that's not going to make any difference here. It's not going to make any difference.
He's trying.
Make sure you put the handcuffs on my wrist, not on my... so Finnegan, come here and hold this microphone, because I don't think that microphone works. All right. Put them on my wrist,
it's just
okay?
a prop, I think.
All right, so can you still hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yep.
Is Dave back yet?
No, he is not.
No, he's still...
I think he's avoiding
By the way, these
this
are much
segment.
smaller handcuffs than actual... Put them around my wrist, yeah, not for him. These are much smaller handcuffs than actual handcuffs, just so you know.
Dave's back.
Hey, Dave's back.
So these handcuffs actually have less room, like a little bit more distance. Okay. Now I'm getting a little bit of echo in my own sound here. Okay,
Sorry.
we're going to lay down.
I was hoping I'd be part of this.
All right, here. What?
What?
80?
You okay?
Oh, you want me to face this way? Yep.
Now, hey, Steven, have somebody move your earpiece to the other ear because they'll be kneeling right where it's
you
attached
don't
to your
have to
shirt.
put-
Okay,
Yeah,
move
that
the
might be
a little
earpiece to
hard.
my other ear.
Yeah.
Well, the point is I can't have it on my stomach. So,
Well, whatever you need to do. Go ahead. Let them do their thing.
I'm trying to not break my mic pack.
There you go. Okay,
All right.
gotcha. All right.
Okay. I really have to pee too, so.
Do you?
So let me know when you guys are ready to start.
All right,
the timer.
I'm ready to go
when
when you are.
There.
Yep.
He's got to
so you
pee.
can
How
see
do you
exact
think
position of
George Floyd
Floyd.
felt?
Stop it.
Well, I'm just saying.
Well, hold on a second. They didn't say they started the timer.
We're ready when
Hey,
you
ready?
are.
And 3, 2, 1.
Okay, all right. So
Timer
take
down.
one.
Neil.
Neil.
Kneel on my neck here, shoulder.
Oh, pause the timer.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay.
There we go. All right, now I'll roll it back.
It's actually more uncomfortable for
Nine,
me because
there
I
we
have a
go.
bad shoulder. So my left shoulder right now is popped out of the socket, but
It's
that has nothing
5
to do
seconds in and you don't like it.
with- Well, no, of
Yeah,
course
no,
I
of
don't.
course.
Already complaining.
Hey, you know what, Dave? Sometimes you deserve to be arrested.
That's true.
He's specifically meaning you, Dave.
No,
And
I,
I think
my response is agreement.
I think they were lower on the legs there, Brendan.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think they were more like on the hamstring area.
Okay.
All right.
There you go. So uncomfortable position for sure. It's supposed to be a restraint. Steven, can you talk to us a little bit? Can you breathe?
Yeah, no,
just
I
fine?
can talk to you. I have more of a spasm in my neck because my neck's been sore for a couple of days.
Okay.
Like I said, what really hurts is my left shoulder just because of a nagging shoulder injury and the fact that Tokunawan put the cuffs on my forearms, not on my wrist.
Again, he did that?
Yeah, he put them on perpendicular
He did it on
to
purpose.
where my wrist goes as opposed to actually putting them. So he made it needlessly unpleasant. Thanks for that, Tokunawan.
Is this how he was cuffed then? Do we have it properly?
I think it was properly. Well, I think what he's saying
think
is
they
that
cuffed
his is
properly.
worse. Yeah.
I think
Steven's
they
is
cuffed
worse.
Floyd properly. I think that I have producers, not police officers, cuffing
Right.
me here today.
Now the knee
You
right
do
now.
sound strained though, which would have
Oh,
I
God,
think affect
no,
breathing.
Dave. You know, I sound strained. What a surprise.
Well, now
Look,
he's
definitely
for
will.
people watching,
Look how
I'm not
hostile
saying
he
this
is
is
8
pleasant.
minutes in.
I'm asking, would this kill someone?
Right now, and
Well, we don't know yet.
It looks like his right knee is on your back more than Chauvin's was. I'm not sure if that's exactly where his knee was for Tokunawa. I'm not sure. Do we have a
There's new evidence coming in, so I don't really
of his
know.
low back? Well,
I can pull
obviously
the
right?
photo back
Yeah,
up.
pull
and
the
then-
photo if there are any changes that
I
need
don't
to
want
be
to
made.
cover up the
Okay,
screen.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, good idea. I was just seeing if somebody
Here,
could look
I can put it in the
offline.
lower third. Give me a second.
Not on the.
Oh, wait, hold on a
the
second.
show
Why am
here.
I doing this? George Floyd was able to move his head back and forth. So,
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, Tokunawa? Let's also, because now they're saying it was on the neck and shoulder, let's move the knee to a little more. It was more. No, it wasn't on the shoulder. It was across the shoulder
Wouldn't
blade.
you have to restart the clock?
No.
still
The point
going.
is,
Keep
they
it-
did both positions. Most
the
of the time was
pressure.
on the shoulder and
Gotcha.
the back of the
Yeah.
neck.
So Chauvin would have to
But
move just like that as well. He
it-
would move to reposition.
My
the
point
photo
is your
there.
breathing does sound strained, which if somebody is on fentanyl, that could be deadly.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is
Yeah.
a submission. This is not
correct.
not a submission, but this is a
I guess,
position
Dave,
of
I don't
restraint.
understand your point. Do you believe that if someone's on fentanyl, they shouldn't be restrained?
I guess my point is if you do think somebody's on a lethal narcotic and you know that this can affect their breathing,
They
it
didn't.
may not be the
They
best
didn't know
situation.
that. They knew he was
said he
on-
didn't take drugs, Dave.
Yeah, they knew
Well, of
he
course
had.
he said he didn't.
They knew that he
Dave,
had something
what do you?
in his
But
system.
Dave, so what is your suggestion that they should have known that he was on 4 times the dose of fentanyl?
Well, no,
and
they
then what?
shouldn't have
Not
known
restrained
that.
him. What I'm telling you is this: this is unpleasant.
It
But
looks
that's it.
unpleasant.
Yes, but so is prison.
Well, it depends on.
Well,
All right,
there's a
look,
lot of unpleasant
Move
things.
it back to my neck if you get the picture. Whatever you guys think is this close enough? I don't want people to say that I'm not doing it. So
No,
I can't.
I think that's.
Oh, I think
that's
people are going
more
to say
than
plenty.
what- Yeah, they're. I think you're
Yeah,
fine
right there, right where that knee is. Right
That
there.
seems to be from this
Pretty
angle
close.
the proper position.
Yeah, I don't remember if he had his right knee on his low back, is what I'm saying. So that's the thing that I think
That's
is a
the
little
part
bit
too
different.
that
Oh, the
is
right
different,
knee?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that right knee. I don't know. Just leave it where it is for now, because if anything,
don't
it's
know where he
worse
had it.
for you, Stephen, because it's constricting breathing more by having it there than it would have been on.
Yeah, no,
on
this
Floyd.
is probably worse. If
With the right
you're
knee, at
saying that his
least.
right knee was on the ground, that would be less weight on Floyd.
Right. So
6 minutes
leave
to
it
go.
there.
My point is, does he feel any straining from you? Does he feel anything that would indicate that you're suffering?
I don't
At
know. Hey,
all.
Tokunawa. Hey, yeah. And by the way, I don't think the guy was on his legs for the whole time either.
I don't know. I
Wasn't
can't
he on
tell
there for
you.
only a portion of the
He
time?
was only on there for a portion of the time, and then he was holding his legs more with his hands than anything
Okay.
else. So,
All right.
Yeah.
So how long was that? Just let me. Should we do that? Should we have Brennan do that?
Let's wait a couple more minutes to do that if you're.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So listen, I mean, this is uncomfortable.
Don't worry,
This
you
is a
only have
painful
8
thing
minutes,
to do.
30 seconds left.
So Tokunawa, let me ask you this. Can you? I mean, what do you? What do
Okay,
you guys?
so
You guys doing okay up there?
Make sure he shouldn't be sitting on your calves down.
No, he's not
Sorry,
sitting on my
hold on.
calves.
Gibbon
He's sitting on my
is like
hamstrings.
sitting on his calves. He should be more propped up.
Oh, okay, so
He looks like a coked out Irish 70s
Hold on a second
cop.
there, Dave. I need to hear what they're
Tim,
saying.
you go,
I'm sorry.
you go out there and if you can and
Yeah,
help him.
Gibbon's kind of sitting on his calves. He should be more propped up. Like he should be not sitting as much.
You shouldn't be sitting on your calves.
So
as much.
Yeah, more.
So what do you
higher.
think? More on your knees or more
More
on
on
your
his
feet?
knees.
Gibbon.
Okay, more on your knees. All right, so more
I
weight.
think that goes to show, though, by the way he's sitting, he's trying to be
Yeah, I like that,
comfortable.
Gibbon.
I don't think
Gibbon
the cop's
Gibbon.
trying to be comfortable on Floyd, where that means all of his weight's going to be shifted to his knee, which is on George Floyd's neck.
if his right knee is not on his low back,
Definitely higher. Yeah.
then that's
like,
different. Yeah.
Yeah, it
There you
is.
Well, I'll tell you, look,
that's
I'm
closer.
definitely going to have the continued spasm in my neck, which won't be fun to tape to change my mind tomorrow. But again, I
Yeah.
can move my head right here. You're putting all your weight on me there, Tokunawa?
It probably feels pretty uncomfortable for Tokunawa to be doing this.
Now let's go back and forth, move to the other position on my shoulder where he spent most of the time. We know now, which just kind of, no, so it wasn't on the shoulder. It was a little bit, was that
Shoulder
where it was when
blade.
they showed
I
the
just
shoulder?
don't see
further
this as
back.
the same move, though.
What?
Dave, how do you see it as so different? Are you saying
Put up
that
the photo.
the photo? Do you think all of his weight was on the front of his knee?
I do think that towards the end, all the weight was on the front of his knee. Yes, look at how he's leaned up. Look at how Tokunawa is.
What's the difference between what Tokunawa is doing versus the picture?
The picture looks to be
He's very
as if
much
he's
higher.
higher.
The-
See, that's
the
two of
officer
us
is higher?
saying that. The officer is higher.
Okay,
absolutely.
so Tokunawa just make your body upright.
Yeah. Push it higher.
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 That's
He's saying trying to keep your body straight
About
up.
there, right about there. Yeah.
There you go.
That might be too high. A little back.
No, not you, Brennan.
So, Stephen, did
Now,
that
Brennan,
change
let go of my
anything for
legs
you?
and just hold my feet.
Now
'Cause that's what happened.
Now ask Tokunawa if he feels that he's got to put more pressure on his knees.
Well, I'll tell you what, it actually is less weight on me from when he got up. I have less weight on me.
probably
and again,
pushing up with
anyone
his
who knows
feet.
anything about grappling knows that the more upright you are that way, you actually can't exert downward. You can't exert, it's a diagonal pressure. Kind
Yeah.
of like when a wrestler shoots. A lot of people say, man, how did that wrestler shoot so quickly for a double leg? Because a lot of people think it's just powered by gravity. It's actually not. It's powered by a forward motion diagonal.
3
So you're
minutes
kind of
left.
propelling yourself down to the ground. So if
Right.
Tokunawan can lean, which he was doing before, he was kind of springing off the balls of his feet and putting more weight on me. There's less weight on me now.
When I went up
But he
there,
already
that was
went
the
back
weight
down,
on me,
though.
and it was, on
Like,
my
that means
He-
he was
foot. It
uncomfortable.
was like-
Well, you talking about Tokunawan
Yes.
or Steven?
Tokunawan.
Yeah, I
No,
don't think
Steven
Chauvin
looks-
maintains the same position the entire time. I think we have a photo
And you
of
look
one
deathly uncomfortable right now.
I'm very
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Of course it's not comfortable.
Restraint positions are not comfortable.
I'm not saying that he should be at a bed and breakfast. I'm just pointing out what I'm looking at.
Well, so here's the thing, right?
Can't
When an
I just
officer
play
restrains-
some side of this?
You can play that, right? But you have
Jeez
to-
I just don't
Louise.
understand
What's
when
the
we
point?
decided that violent offenders who are resisting arrest are supposed to be entirely comfortable. What I am saying is this is uncomfortable.
think-
If I demanded to be put on the ground and kicked a cop, this seems like getting off easy and would be entirely appropriate. Look,
2 minutes to go.
you know what? Move it back to my neck, since some people still believe that's a thing.
We're not in this to hurt you.
well, kind
I am.
of.
Well,
Just because it's Steven.
I haven't worked for him that long.
Steven doesn't realize there's a lot of people out there right now that hope Tokunawan makes a mistake.
Oh, there's like millions.
Well, that's
I
true.
think that's a little high up now, right? That's on my head, not my
That's
neck.
more-
Yeah,
on
that
his
is
head,
high up.
yeah.
But see how he's shifting.
well, so
was
Tokunawan.
Chauvin.
Exactly. Cops don't just sit there and maintain the exact same position. They move
90
around a
seconds.
little bit.
He just shifted weight from, by the way, my neck to the back of my head, where even in early UFCs it was illegal to strike, Dave. I hope this is enough for you.
Well, I
We're giving you a
don't
hard
see
time
why
a
it's
little
all on me.
No, you're fine. No, I think what we're showing here is that, look, somebody can do just fine in this position. It's uncomfortable, but it's not going to kill them, right?
It sucks, obviously.
No, what I will actually go further than that. My, I do grappling, and my father, who's a
1 minute.
a brown belt, it's far more uncomfortable for me to be under side control for him. I would not be able
Yeah.
to maintain that for 9 minutes. And by the way, I have been talking this whole time, and in case people wonder, I talk really fast, and I have a
Heart
a heart
thing?
condition.
Yeah.
It's a chest condition where my bone grows into my heart. I have to get surgery in July. The point is
Sounds like Alf.
The point is that this is probably more difficult for me than it is for a lot of you out there watching, but I also don't have 4 times the lethal dose of fentanyl in my system.
That's
and
true.
again, I'm
30
just laying
seconds.
down because this is more comfortable. No, I can still get up. I can switch my face. It's more comfortable for me to lay
And so
my
did
head
George
down.
Floyd, by the way. He did pull his head up and move his head
Yeah.
around.
So just so you hear me speak,
Just to
I could
see.
speak this way where it sounds like I'm normal,
Yeah.
but it's less comfortable for me to do a neck flex.
Well, and I'm also just throwing stuff in there because I'm trying to,
time.
Sure.
Screw
10
you,
seconds.
Dave. You in their third
9,
chair, nice
8,
and comfy.
7.
It's very
After
nice.
having just relieved yourself.
5,
Oh, 5.
4,
We're almost there.
3,
4, 2,
1.
1. And now we beat it by 2 seconds.
Happy New Year.
All right, Tokunawan,
There
get
you
off.
go.
Get off. Okay, good. There we
All
go.
right,
We're
get him
done.
up.
All right.
Get him up. Help
There
him
we
up.
go. People have made this Team Floyd and Team Chauvin. Okay, I'm certainly not in either of these teams.
Right.
I am in Team Truth. And I do think that when you look at, okay, we have what's on the George Floyd side of the ledger, right? Committing crimes, long rap sheet, took a lot of drugs, resisted arrest, right? Lied about every single thing that he said he lied. And then you have the Chauvin rap sheet, which is put his knee on his neck. Waited too long for the paramedics to arrive. I think because at first what you put on that sheet was right away knee on his neck. No, right away was cruel. No, said I'm not going to shoot you. Air conditioned car. Tried to work with him. Tried to be. He was very empathetic, honestly, but up until that point, and I think he got fed up. But then I think the things that remain on Chauvin's side of the ledger, knee on neck. That's a problem with the police department. That's a problem with the police department that you have, not a problem with him. Well, not right away performing CPR with an audience of people, with a guy who's trying to get forward, being held back, and someone saying, "I'd slap the fuck out of you." A violent. They are trained to wait for medical professionals until the area is cleared. So I think that when you look at it, when you look at and there are mistakes all around that have been made, and there need to be improvements, both for people like Floyd, if there's someone out there, hopefully if you're living a life of George Floyd, that you make some improvements personally. We can't make those improvements systemically for you. And then hopefully systemically, some improvements with police training. That's what I've been saying forever, since the beginning of this, is police officers need better training so that they don't have to go to their tool belt and use a weapon. And here you see one of the rare instances where he didn't have to go to his tool belt. He didn't have to use his gun or his taser, which probably wouldn't have worked considering the guy was on methamphetamine. But instead, he used the very limited training that he had. And anyone with 4 years of high school wrestling could tell you, well, that won't work. That won't work, and it's a risk that you don't need to take. So I think when you're looking at truth, you do have to say that most of our issues with Chauvin in this case lie with the police department, and I don't think you send someone to jail for murder for that. You think I'm wrong, let me know. I think reasonable people can disagree there. I think there's a reasonable disagreement for some people to have between, look, you gotta blame the department, you can't lock this guy away, and involuntary manslaughter in not turning him over early enough. I think that's a reasonable discussion.
Yeah.
What is not a reasonable discussion is that Chauvin went out looking to kill a black guy.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.